Hello and welcome back to Before You Summon, the show where I wonder how the fans of all the boys in Project Sekai survive, because we never see any content. A few things to note before we start is that you should really check out the stamp missions if you haven't already that are currently up and running for the second anniversary of the global server. These stamp missions have great rewards, and while you might not be able to finish the really long ones now that some time has passed, I do really think that you should pick the cards that you like and get the rewards that they give. And do remember that the rhythm game cards are extremely hard, as in you need to be able to beat really difficult songs to complete most of them, and the gacha cards require you to spend paid yems, meaning you have to spend real life money, so do not pick them if you are not willing to drop some cash on the game. On another hand, we still don't know which It's Back gachas are going to rerun on the Japanese server as of now. We do know that the next one will be the pilot gacha, that is for certain, but if there's 3 of them like it was last month is up to be decided yet. Some people did post that the first anniversary gacha might rerun on the Japanese server, but that's just speculation and I will not be saying more about it. Finally, the It's Back gacha that will run on global in a few days is Growing Feelings Words in the Snow gacha, which is the last gacha in what I consider to be the early Sekai gachas. This means that this is the last gacha rerun that will only have 2 cards have costumes and a third one without any costumes or hairstyles. The one after that is the New Year's gacha with Haruka, Honami and Kohane, and after that we will see the rerun of the Valentine's gacha in January and White Day in February, so look forward to that. But with that, let's get into the next event, being Find a Way Out, that will start December 11th and run to December 19th. Find a Way Out is a happy attribute, vivid bad squad focused, normal event. Being a normal marathon event, all of these cards will be permanent and the gacha will have the pity bar available. Since this is a vivid bad squad focused event, we will have Akito, Toya, Luka, Kohane and Anne as the focus characters for this event. Getting straight into the card selection with a 50% bonus, this event is really weird. Last event we had was really solid in its selection and I don't really know how to feel about this event's selection. First and foremost, we have a single 1-star card, and of course it's the meme card, it's the 1-star Akito. We have 5 2-stars available, which is always a great thing to see, being Toya, Maiko, and Kohane, and finally the Akito from the Birdcage event we had just before 2nd anniversary. We also have 4 available 3-stars, which is really solid considering we have 5 available 2-stars. The 4 available 3-stars being the original Akito, the original Len Vivid Bad Squad card, Toya, and finally the Kohane from the Vivid Old Tale that ran in the summer. But then we get to the 4-stars, where things get a bit weird and quirky with this event. We have 6 available 4-stars. Out of these 6 4-stars, 4 of them are limited, with 1 of the non-limited cards coming from a limited gacha. This of course is the Akito, Anne and Kaito from the Stray Bad Dog event, where Akito and Anne are limited cards and Kaito is permanent because he lacks a hairstyle or a costume. The Colorful Festival Toya from the 1.5 anniversary Colorful Festival. The Len available from the same gacha as Toya, but instead of being a Colorful Festival card, he is an event card, meaning he is part of the 1.5 anniversary Cherry Blossom Across Sekai Interconnecting Our Feelings event. The final permanent card is the Kohane from the Buddy Funny Spend Time event that ran last year around this time. Last but not least, there's also a single available birthday card in the form of Kohane's birthday card from last year. Because this is not a mixed event, that means that we have a few cards available with the 40% bonus, as they have the virtual singer tag. The first one of course being the 1-star Len. We also have the 2-star Miku that you got with the 7 Deadly Sins promotional campaign, and we also have the Len himself from the 7 deadly sins available with the 40% bonus. Finally, there are 2 birthday cards with the 40% bonus, being Luka and Miku. This event is very weird in its disposition of cards because I feel like I shouldn't complain about the availability of cards. Granted, we have 5 2-stars and 4 3-stars, but the fact that 4 out of 6 cards are limited when it comes to the 4-stars, some of them being very old and one of those permanent cards being from a limited gacha, kinda makes me. We also have to consider that the Kohane birthday card and the Luka and Miku for the 40% bonus are technically also limited cards, and the Miku and Len from Sins is also limited cards. This means that you can build a really solid team surrounding 3-stars and maybe a 2-star, but I can see a lot of people having struggles with really formatting a team with a lot of power from 4-stars. Either way, I don't feel like I can really complain because it shows that they're trying to even out the Vivid Bad squad with more happy cards, since they are actively in this gacha with happy cards. But still, I can see issues building teams with 4-stars and a lot of power, but I can really see people having enough pieces to build a rather solid team for event bonus. But that's enough babbling about the cards. Let's move on to the card and costume showcase. So the question is, have these cards seen any use on the Japanese server as far as we can see? And yes, these cards will see use again, and it will be rather soon actually, because the next event, that is Vivid Bad Focus, is also a happy event. Kick It Up a Notch will run from February 19th to February 26th and is a happy event with the Vivid Bad Squad focus. This means that Akito, Toya and Luka will see use, but I just wonder, why did Vivid Bad Squad get 2 happy events in a row with nothing in between? Even more interesting, Akito is in both of them. Why? It is also Luka in Kick It Up a Notch, but Luka is a 2-star in this event, so she doesn't really count. Just find it weird that there are 2 happy Vivid Bad Squad events with Luka as the virtual singer in a row, and then Vivid Bad Squad doesn't see anything happy for the rest of the year, it seems. Literally, there are only 2 happy events that are mixed for the rest of the year, and these 2 events have nothing to do with Vivid Bad Squad, and shows up in a resonant town, which is 2.5, 25, and none of the Vivid Bad Squad members shows up in the sleepy one at the end of the year. Anyhow, if you do decide to summon from this gacha, they will see use in Kick It Up a Notch in 2 months. So that leaves us at the final question. Should you summon from this gacha? And of course, as always, the answer is yes, if you want these cards. It is as always the truth in Sekai that there is no meta, and you should pick the cards that make you the happiest, whether it be the costume, the art, or hairstyle if it's a limited card, your gems, your account, but there are a few things we should point out. This means that you can pick up these cards at any point after the fact of the event. The fact that these cards are used in a gacha this close, and we did see during the card showcase that there aren't a lot of available options for happy Vivid Bad Squad members that aren't limited, might make them worth summoning if you're going to tier both Kick It Up a Notch and Find a Way Out. Of course, all of these characters are also getting limited cards during the year that might be a bit more elusive to go for than these cards. Vivid Bad Squad Luka has not sadly gotten a card, but both 25 Night Court Luka and More Jump Luka will be getting limited cards. Toya is the first one out with a limited card, and he will be a limited featured in the White Day event, where he has this really cool night outfit that kinda opposes the Akito outfit from last year, and I really love this set. Also, the card art is just 25 Night Court Luka is the second one to get a card, and she will get a card during the Night Court 25 focused limited event that will run in April. I think this card is pretty cool. I'm not really sold on this event, but I think it's a really neat concept. Akito will then be available during the Pandemonium event in July as a colorful festival exclusive card with Kohane as his partner during that gacha if you're really into Vivid Bad Squad. Also worth mentioning about the Pandemonium gacha is that they have some of the greatest card art, and it's Tsukasa and Rui, so if you're a big boy band fan, that gacha is pretty damn solid. After that, it is More Jump Luka that is getting a limited card during the Virtual Singer exclusive event that will run in August. And finally, Akito and Toya will release kinda at the same time, Akito being part of the newest event on Japan where he is a limited card, and Toya of course being the character chosen for the Sanrio collab where you have featuring Pochocha. Both of these cards are really amazing, but I definitely know myself that I will be picking up the Sanrio cards, and I will talk more about them in a separate video, but currently my essay is killing me and I am not getting anywhere. I'm going to break my back trying to carrying this writing. So with that, I think I've given you all the information you need to really make that educated decision if you're going to summon or not. And I hope that you really do find that decision to be easier today. Personally, I think it's a filler gacha. I don't really think the costumes are that amazing, but that's besides the point. If you're gonna get happy from summoning this gacha, go for it, as long as the budget allows it. I don't want to ramble this, instead I want to hear your opinions. Tell me down in the comments, are you going to summon from this event? Do you love the cards? Do you hate the cards? Do you hate Vivid Bad Squad? Do you love Vivid Bad Squad? Tell me anything and everything. Especially if you're going to tier. I love hearing people who get these really high tiers in my comments. It is just so heartwarming to know that people that play this game that much and have that much passion really watches me. And finally, if you could extend the YouTube pleasantries to me, that would be great. Subscribe, ring the bell, leave a like, and share it with a friend. It helps me grow and it helps me reach more people who might need this information. But I will not hold on to you any longer. Let's get out of here for the week.